Priscilla Presley is the famous mother of Lisa Marie Presley. But did you know that she also has a son? Priscilla had an eventful life after her marriage to Elvis Presley. She has a new family we don't know much about, and now we're hearing directly from them. We know that Elvis, Priscilla, and Lisa Marie Presley were the perfect family. It all started when the two celebrities met. By the time he enlisted in the U.S. Army, Elvis was already a household name. He had made 4 motion pictures, including Jailhouse Rock and 3 studio recordings. 3 years earlier, at the age of 11, Priscilla had first heard of Elvis songs while living in West Germany with her mother, siblings, and stepfather, who was stationed there as an Air Force serviceman. Priscilla claimed that they first connected at a party hosted by Curry Grant, an Air Force officer and one of Elvis' acquaintances. She was first granted permission to attend the party for this reason. They kept in touch even when Elvis had to go back home. She spent time back and forth from US to Germany. She told her mother that she and Elvis loved each other and wished to be together when she returned to Germany and started her life as a senior in high school. She finally worked up the guts to tell her that Elvis wanted her to complete her education in Memphis one day. Her parents first disapproved because she was still only 17 years old. But after Elvis called Priscilla's father and assured him that Priscilla would live with his parents rather than with him, that he would see to it that she finished high school, and that he would one day wed her, Priscilla's parents agreed. She attended high school in the morning and then spent the afternoons and evenings at Graceland, she said. So she attended high school in the morning and then spent the afternoons and evenings at Graceland. Unfortunately, fame had to come with a few problems. She would worry when he had to go places by himself because it was evident that women were attracted to Elvis, even when Priscilla would accompany him to have his teeth cleaned. She was constantly keeping an eye on him because he was the target of everyone's attention. She was right, since Elvis and Anne Margaret started dating after they started filming Viva Las Vegas together. Priscilla got so upset about rumors of Elvis and Anne Margaret getting engaged that she threw a vase at the wall. His reaction was to be expected. One day, the king of rock and roll proposed to her. Priscilla clarified that although she hadn't been very excited about getting married, society expected it. She said that at that time it wasn't nice for people to live together, even if they were perfectly happy the way they were. Their wedding took place in Las Vegas and lasted only 8 minutes. Just 14 people attended the ceremony, which was followed by a press conference and a champagne breakfast for an additional 100 people. Lisa Marie Presley, the couple's only child, was born exactly 9 months after their wedding. Priscilla claimed that she was unprepared for pregnancy. The validity of the rumors surrounding Elvis Presley's relationship with Nancy Sinatra troubled Priscilla, even when she was expecting. She was shocked when the actress offered to host her baby shower because they got along so well. Although the couple's marriage appeared to be going well from the perspective of the fans, Priscilla and Lisa were left at Graceland alone as Elvis' popularity soared despite his deteriorating health. The two decided to be divorced in 1973 after years of rumors surrounding his connections with his co-stars. Elvis and Priscilla divorced after 8 years of marriage, but they remained close and even held hands as they left the courthouse. Priscilla remained a significant figure in Elvis' life despite their divorce. He, too, helped Priscilla open her first business in 1973 as part of his support for her professional endeavors. Despite their split, they never lost their friendship. Elvis never remarried, but had multiple partners in his life after marriage. He and Priscilla weren't married that time, but they were soulmates and partners for life. The Dallas alum was left in charge of Elvis' legacy after his death in 1977 at the age of 42. She allowed visitors access to Graceland, Elvis Presley's famous Memphis residence, in the early 1980s. Lisa Marie, Elvis's daughter, was designated as the only heir to his inheritance after his passing. Later, in 1982, Priscilla made the announcement that their home, Graceland, would be transformed into a public memorial museum for the late singer. She was handed ownership of Elvis Presley Enterprises and has since worked to protect the legacy of the singer, including approving the upcoming biopic Elvis in 2022. To this day, Priscilla has never remarried, and she still refers to the music legend as the love of her life. That is not to suggest that she hasn't found love since Elvis, though. Although noticeably, there have been no rock stars in sight. The Bohemian beauty has had numerous romances with guys from various walks of life. Priscilla went on to have a number of well-known partnerships, including unions with Robert Kardashian and Marco Garibaldi. She dated the movie producer for 22 years before welcoming their son Navarone in 1987. Riley Keough, Lisa Marie's first child, was born 2 years later, making Priscilla a grandma. But before divorcing in 2006, Priscilla and Marco Garibaldi dated for more than 20 years. Despite this, the film producer and businessman is a private individual who prefers to avoid the spotlight. Priscilla's last relationship ended years ago, and 45 years had passed since the passing of her one true love. She is still upholding her late ex-husband's legacy. Despite dating sometimes, she made numerous statements over the years that gave the impression that the king still held a special place in her heart. After her death, Navarone Garibaldi wrote a devastating obituary for Lisa Marie Presley, his half-sister. He said that he wishes things had been different between them before Lisa Marie passed away. In 1968, Priscilla Presley gave birth to Lisa Marie with her late ex-husband Elvis Presley, which she gave birth to their son in 1987. The New York native and her ex-boyfriend Marco Antonio Garcia, also known as Marco Garibaldi, started a new family together. Navarone Garibaldi has made the decision to avoid the spotlight over the years. Navarone is his own person, according to Priscilla. She is quite proud of him because he wants to follow his own path. He's never liked being in the spotlight, and he still doesn't. He is not being supported by Lisa or Elvis. They have never been Elvis this, Elvis that to their kids, since doing so would be creating expectations for them that are practically out of their reach. When her youngest got married in 2022, Priscilla gave a further, extremely rare insight into their interaction. The mother of two gushed on Instagram after posting pictures from her son's wedding ceremony about how she couldn't be happier for her son on his big day. In 2013, Navarone, who is also the lead guitarist and vocalist, co-founded the band Them Guns. As musical influences, he has previously mentioned 9 Inch Nails, Nirvana, Kings of Leon, and the Chemical Brothers. Not much has been revealed about him, but we know how much of an open book his mom and his sister's lives are. Do you think Navarone Garibaldi and Lisa Marie Presley were close growing up? Life behind the camera and life in the limelight is very different after all. Comment your answers down below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching.